of The Foundation, for example. I think one of the best Spanish playwrights, for sure.
Impossible to find in English, unfortunately. Like, there are a couple out there that you definitely can, but it's never the one you're looking for.
Yeah. So this is El Concierto de San Ovidio, so it's the concert of San Ovidio, and El Tragaluz. Tragaluz was like a skylight, okay? So that's two... They're both good, but the first one is really good. As we know from his other stories, they do always kind of have a bit of a twist or a disappointment of some kind, that things are not always quite as you think. So, this one we have some blind people in like a convent or monastery type of... some religious, building. And a guy comes in and says, look, I want to take your blind monk, let's say blind monks, whatever, blind people, and take them to do like a music concert. And they're kind of like, well, no. But he says, look, I'm going to donate a massive amount of money then. Like, I'll pay for this. People will make money. Like, we'll busk with it. We'll get paid for it. And it'll be a big, big donation to the church. And, like, you need that money to keep going and everything. So
so kind.
They agree to do it. Yeah, good guy. No.
Good guy, what's his face?
Yeah. I think it's called Valentine or something. Valadin. But in any case...
How can you be evil with that name?
Right. So he's called Valentin. So one of the guys, David, is a little bit suspicious. At first I thought the twist was going to be that he's not really blind, because they are suspicious of him a little bit. He's the only one that like fights back with things. He, I think, was only recently blind, maybe, or he's the only person who can actually already play an instrument. So they want to train up this band, but he's like, well, I already play guitar, And he also took one of the younger guys like under his wing a little bit. But it slowly transpires as they do the rehearsals that the guy's not teaching them to be good. So they try to set up like a little orchestra type situation with all their instruments. And he says, right, we're all going to play the same part. And they say to him, shouldn't we all be playing like different parts that complement each other? And he's like, we don't have time to learn that. So we're just all going to learn like this one melody that we'll play at the same time on every instrument.
Everyone plays the melody.
Yeah. And then he sets up like he tries to make it look comical while they're performing because they're blind. So he's like, well, what if the sheet music's facing the wrong way and it's facing the audience, and then there's just like a peacock on stage and all this nonsense stuff. And he tries to make it nonsense. And the guy David calls him out on it. And he's like, you are not making us put on a good concert. You're making us put on a deliberately bad concert. Like, we're going to play the instruments badly. You've taught us very little and we're all playing the same thing. And like this music's going to be backward. You're going to laugh at us. He's like, you're making us into a laughingstock. And the guy's like, yes, you caught me. I think we'll make more money that way. Like, but he missold it to them.
Of course,
he said, like, wouldn't it be lovely and heartwarming if I take these blind people and teach them to play music? Like, wouldn't that be an amazing spectacle? But actually, the spectacle is to just make fun of them.
Yeah,
basically,
it's your bearded lady type thing.
Yeah. Which is, of course, gross. And then when they try to get out of it, he's like, well, you did sign a contract, so I guess I can send you all to prison instead. So that's not nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not as bad. Like, it's just embarrassment at that point.
Yeah. There is a girl who works with him, and he's not that nice to her. He beats her at one point, and David steps in. David likes her, but the young kid also likes her. And then when he sees that she's forming a relationship with David, he turns on David, which is sad, because like, he'd kind of been a father figure to him and everything.
Oh. Poor David.
Yeah. So, David kills Valentin. That's the thing that's like the biggest plot point.
I mean, that's the only direction it could go, other than just putting on the play and suffering from embarrassment.
Exactly.
You get the money, though, in that case.
He has to kill him, and then she tries to cover it up a little bit, but the police like are onto it, and as they take him away, she screams like, please don't torture him, he's the best man alive, and this type of stuff. But
do you have proof?
Yeah. It's kind of sad, but what's really nice is it's easy to kill the guy. Because he sneaks into his house with the spare key, that he overhears them talking about it, he's got good hearing. And then he just turns off the light. And the other guy's defenseless. He's like, oh my god, but I can't see you in the dark. And he's like, I know. I'm always in the dark, so I've got the advantage now. And that's kind of nice.
Okay.
But that's it. I really liked it. I did not see the twist coming, which is obviously that it was not meant to be a good performance. Like, I didn't expect that.
You expect good things from people, Dean.
Yes, I accidentally thought that people would do good things.
This is why you're depressed.
I mean, yeah, because this is what Robert always used to say. I expect that people to do good things, and they don't. And he even teases them, like, do you know what they do with blind babies in Madagascar? They kill them all, and this type of stuff. So he's also berating them throughout.
Okay.
But it is a bit of a stretch in the legal sense when David's like, I wanted to be a musician, and all I am is a dirty assassin in the end. And the girl is like, well, if you think about it, he was slowly killing us all. It's like, well, that wouldn't hold up in court. Like,
yeah.
He said some mean things, but you killed him.
To be fair, like, other than what he did with the girl, it sounds like he didn't do anything that illegal.
He also mentions, I forgot to mention, there's a sort of a side bit. There was some legal thing that you could get the king to just imprison someone without a trial if you requested it.
Sure, yeah.
And he mentioned that he was going to try to use it against them or something like that. So he kind of was threatening some bad things.
Well, if you sign the contract and...
He holds the contract over them,
board.
which I don't like. It's not nice, but...
It's not illegal, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's immoral, but... Yeah, they kill him, so technically they're the bad guy, I guess, because they commit a murder.
Well, in the legal system, yes.
Yeah, in the legal system, they're the ones who do the bad
Hold on, is it the tragedy of Aladdin?
What, sorry?
Is it the tragedy of Aladdin?
No, it's the tragedy of David in France. I don't think he was a capitalist.
Yeah, but they signed the contract.
So, the other one, I really liked it. The other one I liked a little bit less, but I still liked it a lot. El Tragaluz. Family. The mother and father aren't named, they're just mother and father. The father is, something. Senile, dementia, Alzheimer's, something like that. Like, his memory is completely gone. He's in the house. He always thinks they're on a train or heading for a train or something about a train. There's a big motif about a train. It turns out the reason for that is the kids kind of bully the mum into admitting it later, but they mention, like, you only ever missed a train once in your life. Something happened on that train that they missed. I think the one son, Vicente, ended up getting pushed on and he took the train while the others couldn't get on, or vice versa. But that also somehow led to the death of their daughter. So they try not to, necessarily go into it in too much detail, but Vincent, towards the end of the novel, talks about how guilty he feels for how it happened. But throughout the novel, Vincent is really a terrible person. He's the kid who never visits. Okay, so the other kid, Mario, he lives with the parents. It's a bit sad because he really has no life. He just lives with them and he tries to look after them all the time. And they have this skylight and they see all the legs passing. And it used to be that when the two kids were younger, they would make up stories about all the people passing by. Unfortunately, the one guy's off, running a company, and the other one is just still doing this, sitting there with his senile dad, watching feet of people passing by.
That's very sad. But why is the other guy bad? Just because he doesn't visit?
Well, that's the thing. So the guy doesn't visit, or he'll come in once a month, and then he'll always leave. And they're like, "Well, you're only here once a month. Can you not stay for dinner?" And he's like, "I've got so many things to do. I have to go." So he's got to go. But Mario keeps saying, but I'm the good guy. I'm here looking after our parents all the time. But Vincent tries to say, you've wasted your life, essentially.
Yeah.
But Vincent offers Mario a job. But then when Mario won't take it, he's like, so... Then he kind of berates him. He's like, you know nothing about life and you're an idiot.
It's a bit far, but if you're not going out, you're just staying at home... I can see.
I know. The
But
dad is completely he'll say I used to have a son called Mario, and they're like, yeah, I am him. He's like, but Mario's little. It's like, I've grown up, and that they have to do this a lot with the dad. He also thinks the mum is his mum for a while, so his memory's completely gone. So there's a lot of that
for Luigi as well.
Waluigi, if anything.
Wario, come on.
But you'll see why I don't like Vincent in a minute. He offers a job, but then basically says, well, I only did it because Mum made me. I don't really want you working for me. But he says then, okay, no, you can come and work for me, be my secretary or whatever, and you can even stay in my flat. You just gotta get out of here. But Mario won't do it. And then I like Mario because he says, you think we live in this, cutthroat world, eat or be eaten. He's like, I want no part of it. I think you're the bad guy. I think you're the capitalist. You're out there screwing over other people. I don't want to be part of it. I don't want your job. Shove it up your ass.
I can see that, except isn't he the one who makes the money for the entire family?
It's not clear if he's necessarily
because Mario doesn't have a job. Then he's just
I think
it does sound like a bum.
I guess the way it's written, I can see that Vincent is trying to do good things, but I also think he's there's something that'll make you change your mind in a second. I'm deliberately holding it back. But I like what this guy is saying. He's like, I don't want to be like, your society disgusts me. I don't want to be part of it. And he's not wrong.
That's fair, yeah.
Now, there is a girl that Mario is dating. He's in love with her. He brings her
the assault
to meet the family and everything. It then turns out that despite knowing Mario is dating her and presumably not actually had sex with her yet, Vincent has been having an affair with Mario's girlfriend the whole time and gets her pregnant. So that's another reason that we don't like him. And he does...
It's like we don't like her than anything. Well, I mean, it is your brother, so...
He does this knowingly, like... Then they blame it on Mario a little bit, though. And Mario's like, oh, Vincent was always your favourite. Like, I'm the one who stayed here with you. He's
definitely the least offender in that situation.
Yeah.
It goes her, then Vincent.
So he breaks up with her, of course, but then she's sitting outside the house, and it's because she's pregnant. And they assume it's Vincent's immediately, which is why I guess Mario never actually slept with her yet. But they're like, you got to bring her in. You can't leave her sitting out there. What would the neighbors think? And he's like, I don't care.
Yeah, that's
you know. But they keep saying, oh, we got to bring her in. What will the neighbors think? And then Vincent arrives and lets her in, and then of course it all comes out that they're pregnant and everything. He does offer to like look after her and stuff, but he's the bad guy because he, had a relationship with his brother, and she's also bad, of course. I suppose
she's worse because she actively cheated.
It's written in a
definitely weird to sleep with your brother's girlfriend.
Yeah, the way it's written, it's kind of like he's the bad guy, not her. Yeah.
The way it's explained, it's like I'm not against him, especially if he's the breadwinner.
It has a lot of social commentary. Like Vincent tries to explain to Mario, like, only because I left and earned money is the reason that I'm now able to help the rest of you, and I can offer you a job and things like this. And he says, like, Mario, all actions are impure. Like,
yeah,
it is.
That's what we learned from The Good Place.
I just finished that again. Amazing show. I finished it 2 nights ago. I am with Mario though, because he's saying all the things that I think about society, and he's telling Vincent like, this is disgusting and you're disgusting and I hate everyone and everything. But Vincent's like, right, but we can't all get on like that or nothing would work. And like every action is impure, you just have to get on with it, kind of thing.
Plus, it's not like he's one of those multi-millionaires.
They say he bullies his staff a little bit and stuff, but there's never enough detail.
Yeah, not ideal.
There's never enough detail really shown that he's like a terrible person, though. Really, you know. Except at the end, he shows all this regret for what he did. He says to the father, who's completely in no mind to understand anything, and he's like, remember like your daughter and everything, and he says like, I feel guilty, I got on that train, you told me not to, I am the reason that our sister is dead. So the father stabs him with scissors and kills him.
Oh, so how did she die from him leaving?
It is unclear. I think she might have been very little, like a baby, but yeah, it's kind of unclear. Because they come back in little bits and pieces and re-allude to the train many times, and they keep being like, but remember that one train, and the mum won't talk about it, and then they're like, you only ever missed one train in your life, so you know the one I mean, and then there's like, yeah, but weren't we all told not to get on that train? And then it comes up a bit later again that Vincent did get on it, and then it comes up later that, did he choose to get on it? Was he pushed on it? And then he's like, that all led to the... I never quite understood how the daughter died.
Yeah.
Because that then gets added in a bit afterwards.
Okay.
But
I can see there being like some regret, but it seems that it's taking on a burden that isn't his necessarily. But then also the father's not sound of mind. It just seems like a tragedy for everyone.
Kind of a little bit. I preferred the first one because the first one was just like your straightforward story about a guy trying to swindle people, in a sense. This one, I like the family stuff, but I didn't... I guess I like Mario, but then I can
talk about in this one.
I can also see that Mario was wasting his life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But anyway, it's hard to say like this is a particular book. It is just a collection of 2 random plays out of all the plays he wrote. But they're both good, so it's getting a yeah for sure.
I was wondering if you'd given it yet.
I think I have not.
Right, so do we keep this under 90 minutes? Do I do this as fast as possible, or give it...
No, because you know that by the time we add in the song and the credits, it'll take it over anyway, so don't